My family disowned me for my cheating twin. Now they want me back. Before we begin the story, make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss more incredible stories every day. The first time my mother calls me in 2 years, she doesn't say hello. She says, "Alex, we need you to come home. Tonight." Home. The word hits like a joke. The last time I stood on that front porch in Dublin, Ohio, she watched Ryan take my house key off my ring like I was a stranger who'd wandered in from the street. "Why?" I ask, already tasting the old bitterness. Her voice drops into the tone she uses when neighbors might overhear. "Just please. It's urgent. And you have to be careful what you say." In the background I hear Ryan, my identical twin, talking fast, charming as ever, like he's pacing. I haven't heard him without picturing that family group chat message. "Alex betrayed us. Don't contact him." I'm on a break at my EMT station, still in uniform, still smelling faintly like antiseptic and smoke from the morning call. My apartment is a cramped second-floor box in Columbus, but it's mine, paid for by overtime and stubbornness. "Did Ryan tell you to call?" I ask. Silence. Then, softer, "He's in trouble." Of course he is. Ryan always lives like consequences are for other people. Growing up, he broke windows. I apologized. He forgot birthdays. I bought gifts. He lied. I misunderstood. What kind of trouble? I press. Mom exhales like I'm the problem for asking. "Just come. And don't bring up Emma." Emma. The name twists my stomach. 2 years ago, Ryan's girlfriend accused me, of sleeping with her. She cried in our kitchen, holding up screenshots like they were holy proof. Ryan stood behind her, arm around her shoulders, looking wounded. I remember Mom's last sentence to me. "If you really loved this family, you'd stop making scenes and disappear." I stare at the concrete floor of the bay and feel my pulse in my ears. "You disown me," I say. "What changed?" Mom's answer is a whisper. "Someone is saying you committed a crime, Alex." "What crime?" I ask, and she doesn't hesitate. "Identity theft," she says, like it's already settled. Then my phone buzzes with a courthouse case number and my name. People love twins because they think it's cute. 2 matching faces, 2 matching birthdays, double the charm. In my house, being a twin meant there was always a better version of me standing 2 feet away. Ryan could smile his way out of anything. Teachers called him spirited. I got called serious. When we were 10, he shoved a kid off the swings, and Mom pulled me aside afterward and hissed, "Why didn't you stop him?" Like I was the parent. By high school, the roles were locked in. Ryan was homecoming court, the guy who could walk into a room and make it orbit him. I was the one who remembered to pay fees, show up early, and bring the extra water for practice. Mom didn't say she favored him. She didn't have to. It was in the way she laughed louder at his jokes, the way she smoothed his hair when he was stressed, the way she turned my frustration into attitude. The summer we turned 18, Ryan got caught using Dad's credit card for a weekend trip. Dad exploded, Ryan cried, and Mom looked straight at me and said, "Why didn't you notice? You're the responsible one." I started working nights at a grocery store and later trained as an EMT because I needed something real, something you can't fake with charm. When someone is bleeding, they don't care if you're popular. They care if your hands are steady. Ryan hated that. Not the job itself. He loved telling people his brother saved lives. He hated that I didn't need him. At family dinners, he'd nudge me and say, loud enough for everyone, "How's the ambulance money, man? Still playing hero for minimum wage?" Mom would tisk, but she'd be smiling. "Ryan, don't tease." Alex chose the simpler life. A simpler life. Like integrity was a hobby. When Ryan met Emma at a fundraiser in Columbus, he brought her home like a trophy. She was warm, smart, the kind of person who actually listened when I spoke. For a while, I thought maybe Ryan would grow up. Then one night Emma pulled me aside in the kitchen and said, "Can we talk about your messages?" I remember the screen in her hand lighting up my name. At first, Ryan and Emma look like the kind of couple people root for. He's effortless, she's grounded, and together they make everyone believe in redemption stories. Mom adored Emma because Emma made Ryan look stable. Emma used to ask me questions that felt honest. "Is he always this confident?" She'd laugh. "Does he ever get nervous?" I'd shrug, trying not to be the bitter twin. "He gets nervous when he can't control the room." She'd tilt her head like she was filing it away. The 3 of us sometimes met at a cafe near my station after my shifts. Ryan would sweep in smelling like expensive cologne, slap my shoulder, and say, "Bro, you look dead." Then he'd charm the barista into an extra pastry for the hero. Emma watched him like she was learning a language. One afternoon, while Ryan took a call outside, Emma leaned toward me. "He keeps disappearing," she said quietly. "Little gaps. He says it's work, but it doesn't feel like work." "What do you want me to say?" I asked. My loyalty muscles were still trained to protect him. "I want to know if I'm crazy," she said, eyes shiny but steady. "Because every time I ask, he turns it into a joke. Or he says I'm attacking him." That was Ryan's specialty, turning a question into a crime. I told her the soft truth. He doesn't like being questioned. When Ryan came back in, he dropped a kiss on Emma's head and grinned at me. "Alex is giving you my tragic backstory, isn't he? Don't listen. He's jealous." Emma laughed a little too hard, like the sound could hold the table together. A week later, Ryan invited me to his place in the suburbs for a guys' night. It was suspicious, but I went. He poured whiskey, clinked his glass to mine, and said, "You know I'd never do you dirty, right?" It was such a strange thing to say that I froze. "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked. Ryan's eyes stayed bright, but his smile didn't move. "Nothing. Just family." 2 nights after that, my phone lit up with a text from Emma. "Please tell me this isn't real." Attached were screenshots of me begging her to meet at a hotel. When Emma confronted me, she didn't do it with screaming. She did it with evidence. We met in the cafe parking lot because she said she couldn't breathe inside. Her hands shook as she held out her phone. On the screen was a conversation under my name, my profile photo, my number saved as Alex EMT. "Tell me you didn't send this," she said. The messages were disgusting. Flirty, explicit, confident in a way I'm not. "Ryan doesn't deserve you. I've wanted you for years." Room 214, 9 p.m. I felt my skin go cold. "Emma, I didn't write any of that." Her eyes flashed. "Then how do you explain this?" She swiped to a photo, a grainy shot of someone who looked exactly like me walking into a budget hotel. The timestamp said Friday night. The figure's head was down, baseball cap low, same shoulders, same gait. In the corner, barely visible, was a woman in a red coat, Emma's red coat. My throat tightened. "That's not me." "Stop," she snapped, and that word, stop, hit harder than any insult. "Ryan told me you've always resented him, that you've been waiting." I wanted to scream that Ryan was the one who resented anyone who didn't worship him. Instead, I forced my hands open, palms up, like I was talking someone down from a ledge. "Look at my shift schedule," I said. Friday night, I was on a 12-hour. We ran 3 calls. Emma hesitated, and I saw the tiny crack of doubt. Then Ryan walked into the lot like he'd been summoned, arm already reaching for her. Don't do this alone," he said, voice full of concern. He looked at me like I was a stranger. "You okay, man? What is this?" I stared. "You know exactly what this is." He picked up her phone, scrolled, and his face fell perfectly into heartbreak. "Alex, why?" I stepped closer. "Give me your phone," I said. "Right now." Mom's SUV rolled in behind him, and she got out before the engine even died. She took one look at Emma's tears, then at Ryan's pained expression, and decided. "Get away from them," she said, pointing at me like I was dangerous. Ryan's thumb flicked across his screen, and my number suddenly went dead. The confrontation happens in my childhood living room, under the same framed family photo where Ryan and I are 8 years old, smiling with identical gaps in our teeth. I used to look at that picture when things got bad and think, we were okay once. Mom doesn't let me sit. She stands by the fireplace like she's holding court. Emma is on the couch, folded in on herself, cheeks wet. Ryan hovers behind her, rubbing her shoulders like he's the victim. I try logic first. Check my work schedule. Call my supervisor. Look at the metadata on those screenshots. Ryan cuts in, soft and injured. "Bro, why are you making this about technicalities?" "She's hurting." "Because it's fake," I say, louder than I mean to. "I didn't do this." Mom's face tightens. "You always do this," she says. "You make everything harder." Ryan is trying to build a life. I laugh, one sharp sound. "And I'm what? A stray dog you shoo away?" Emma looks up then, eyes red. "Ryan said you told him you loved me," she whispers. "He said you threatened to ruin us if he didn't let you." My stomach turns. "Emma, I barely know you. I'm sorry, but this is insane." Ryan's voice drops, just for me. "You should have stayed in your lane." Mom hears none of that. She reaches for my keyring sitting on the entry table, my house key, my car key, the old key to this place she insisted I keep, because family. She lifts it like it's evidence. I want that back, she says. Mom. No, she snaps. Don't call me that right now. Ryan takes the keys from her hand and, with a little sigh like he's burdened by compassion, slips the family key off. I'll hold on to it, he says. Until you get help. Help? I repeat. Mom steps closer. You are not welcome at family events. You will not come to the house. And if you keep harassing Emma, I will call the police. I'm not harassing anyone, I say, voice breaking despite my best effort. Ryan turns Emma's phone toward me. Then explain why your number is still in her messages. Because he put it there, I think, and for the first time I understand, he planned this. That night Mom posts on Facebook. Protecting my family from betrayal is painful. And the next morning, my bank app shows a credit card I never opened. Being disowned isn't one dramatic slam of a door. It's 1,000 small silences. First, Mom blocks my number. Then the family group chat disappears like it never existed. Then my cousins quietly unfriend me, one by one, as if my name is contagious. At work, I keep moving, because emergencies don't pause for grief. Money gets tight fast. The credit card I opened hits my report with a balance I don't recognize. I spend my off days on hold with banks, repeating, that wasn't me, until the words feel like a prayer that never lands. I move from a decent one-bedroom to a smaller place above a tire shop. The walls are thin. I can hear arguments through the vents, and it makes me flinch because it sounds like home. Uncle Ray is the only one who shows up. He calls me from a number I don't know. Kid, he says, voice rough. You alive? I swallow. Apparently, I'm also a criminal. He doesn't laugh. He just says, come meet me. We sit in a diner off I-270, the kind with sticky menus and bottomless coffee. Ray slides a folded paper toward me, a printed screenshot of Mom's Facebook post, plus the comments. People I've known my whole life typing things like, some men are just rotten. I tried talking to your mother, Ray says. She told me to stay out of it. She always says that, I mutter, until she needs something. Ray watches me for a long beat. You sure you didn't do it, Alex? It hurts more than I expect, because I know he's asking for my sake, not to accuse. I take out my phone and show him my shift log from that Friday night. Calls, timestamps, notes. Then I pull up my location history, my dot sitting at the station for 12 hours straight. Ray nods slowly. Okay, he says. Then somebody framed you. I don't say Ryan's name, but it hangs between us like smoke. Ray reaches into his jacket and sets another paper down, my credit report, printed and highlighted. This isn't just one card, he says. There are inquiries going back months. My stomach drops. Months. Ray leans closer. And one of these accounts has an address in your mother's neighborhood. That's when I stop hoping it's a mistake. I vow I won't beg to be loved by people who chose a lie. Then I get an email titled Notice of Civil Action with a familiar signature. 2 years pass in a blur of sirens and paperwork. I dispute accounts, file reports, and mail copies of my ID until the copier at the station knows my face better than my family does. Some debts get removed. Some don't. Every time I think I've cleared my name, another letter shows up like a ghost refusing to stay buried. Then Mom calls. After she hangs up, my phone lights up with texts from numbers I still know by heart. Ryan, bro, please. Just come over. Ryan, it's getting out of hand. Ryan, don't punish Mom for this. He has the nerve to say punish, like I'm the one who swung first. Uncle Ray calls too. I heard, he says. They're panicking. About what? I ask. Ray sighs. About you finally seeing what they've been hiding. I drive to the suburbs anyway, because curiosity is a stronger drug than spite. I park down the street from Mom's house, not in the driveway. Mom opens the door before I knock. She's older, smaller, but her eyes are the same, sharp, measuring. She reaches for me like she might hug me, then stops, like she's afraid I'll refuse. Thank you for coming, she says, and it sounds rehearsed. I walk in. Ryan is in the kitchen wearing a calm face I don't trust. Emma sits at the table, stiff, hands clenched around a mug like it's an anchor. Ryan stands when he sees me. Alex, he says, like we're two men bumping into each other at the store. I don't sit. Start talking. Mom glances at Emma, then at Ryan. We're trying to keep this private, she says. Private is how you buried me. I reply. Emma's eyes flick to mine, and for a second I see something new there. Fear, but not of me. Ryan clears his throat. There's a situation, he says. A legal thing. It involves your name. I laugh once. My name is your favorite weapon. Ryan steps closer, voice dropping into brotherly concern. We need you to sign something, Alex. Just to straighten it out. Emma finally speaks, voice thin. Don't sign anything until you see what I found. Then she slides her phone across the table, screen already recording. Emma hits play before anyone can stop her. On the screen is a video of Ryan in their apartment, talking into a mirror like he's practicing. He's holding 2 phones. Okay, Ryan says to his own reflection, voice low, serious. Emma will freak. Mom will take my side. Alex will be forced out. Simple. My chest goes tight. For a second I can't move. I can't even breathe. Mom lunges. Turn that off, she snaps, reaching for the phone. Emma jerks it back like she's been waiting years to protect herself. Ryan's face drains of color, but he recovers fast. He laughs, too loud. That's out of context. Is it? Emma asks, and her voice shakes but holds. Because there's more. She swipes to screenshots, this time not of me texting her, but of Ryan's iCloud backup list. 2 devices. 2 different Apple IDs. One labeled with my name. I never saved your number as Alex EMT, she says, looking at me now. I saved you as Alex, Ryan's brother. The Alex EMT contact appeared after the night Ryan helped me organize my phone. Mom blinks like she doesn't understand technology, which is her favorite defense. Ryan wouldn't do that. Emma keeps going. Also the hotel photo. I pulled the original file from his laptop. The timestamp is edited. The EXIF data says the picture was taken on a Thursday, not Friday. Ryan barks. You're snooping now? Emma's eyes flash. You told me I was crazy. So I checked. I'm barely hearing them because my brain is stuck on that mirror video. Alex will be forced out. Simple. Uncle Ray's voice cuts through my fog. Diane, he says, stepping into the kitchen doorway like he's been there the whole time. You going to pretend you didn't know? Mom stiffens. Ray, this is family. Ray points at me. He is family. You threw him away. Ryan turns to Mom, pleading with his eyes. Mom's mouth opens, closes, opens again. I thought it was true, she says, but the lie sounds tired even to her. Emma looks down at her mug. And here's the part you're all skipping, she says quietly. Ryan didn't just frame Alex for cheating. She taps her screen, and a bank statement fills it, my name at the top. The balance is bigger than my annual salary. I don't touch the pen Ryan offers. I don't even look at the papers. What is that? I ask, nodding at the bank statement. Ryan's hands spread. It's nothing. It's business. It's complicated. Complicated is refinancing, I say. This is my name. Mom tries to soothe the air. Alex, we just need you to listen. No, I cut in. I listened 2 years ago. I'm done. Uncle Ray leans over the statement and whistles. This isn't a checking account, he says. It's a line of credit. Emma nods. I found it because a letter came to Ryan's place addressed to Alex. He called it junk. I opened it. Ryan snaps. That's illegal. Emma's voice goes flat. So is identity theft. I look down and my stomach flips. The mailing address is Mom's house. I stand. I'm leaving, I say. And if you ever use my name again, I will press charges. Mom's eyes widen, not at what Ryan did, but at the word charges. Don't say that, she whispers. People will hear. Good, I say. Let them. That night, back in my apartment, I pull every thread I can find. Credit reports. Dispute letters. Old screenshots Emma forwards me. I request my phone records and compare them to the texts she received. Different timestamp formats, different carrier headers. Little tells most people never notice. Uncle Ray brings a folder he's been building quietly. Photos of mail Ryan accidentally left at Mom's. A voicemail where Ryan says, "It's just Alex's credit. It's fine." And a screenshot of a payment portal logged in under my name. I take it all to a small law office Ray recommends. The lawyer doesn't smile when I tell him what happened. He asks for dates, amounts, addresses, and I answer like I'm giving a patient report. He types, frowns, then points to a line I missed. Service address, he says. It's Mom's house again. My hands go numb on the chair arms. Alex, he adds, there's already a lawsuit filed against you from that lender. And the next line lists a cosigner I've never met. The lawyer clicks the case file and a scanned loan packet appears. Application, signature page, ID upload, even a verification call transcript. My name is everywhere. My signature is there too, except it's wrong in the way a forged signature is wrong. Too careful, too perfect. Like someone traced me. Can you prove it wasn't you? The lawyer asks. I swallow my pride. Yes, I say. Because whoever did this used the wrong middle initial. On the signature line, it says Alex J. Whitman. My middle initial isn't J. It's M. I've corrected people my whole life because Ryan's is J. The lawyer raises his eyebrows. That helps. Then he scrolls and my stomach drops again. The ID upload is a photo of my driver's license, my real license, taken at a slight angle, like someone snapped it quickly on a kitchen counter. I never sent that. I whisper. Uncle Ray's jaw tightens. Your mother's counter, he says, and I can almost see it. The speckled granite, the fruit bowl, Ryan's hands moving fast. Emma texts me while I'm still in the lawyer's chair, a screenshot of Ryan's laptop desktop. She's in his place, packing, she says, and she found a folder called Alex. Inside are exported message logs, image files, and a note titled Plan. The note is short. Bullet points. Cold. Swap contact name to Alex EMT. Use Thursday hotel pic, edit timestamp. Push mom. Alex always resented you. Block Alex before he talks. My throat burns. It's like reading your own autopsy written by your brother. The lawyer prints what he can and tells me to file a police report for identity theft immediately. Also, he adds, tapping the screen, there's a payment history on this line of credit. He pulls up transactions, cash advances, wire transfers, and recurring charges to a sports betting site. Thousands at a time, sometimes in the same hour. Gambling, I say, stunned. Uncle Ray mutters, or worse. Emma calls, voice shaking. Alex, she says, I'm looking at his second phone right now. Ryan's burner? I ask. It's not a burner, she whispers. It's registered under your social security number. Then my bank app alerts me to a new withdrawal in my name. I call the lender the next morning from my station parking lot, hands wrapped around coffee like it's a shield. I don't tell them my whole life story. I just say, I believe my identity was used to open this account. The woman on the phone goes quiet, then careful. Mr. Whitman, she says, we've been trying to reach you for months. At my mother's address, I answer. Another pause. Yes, because the account was verified using that address and a cosigner. I swallow. Who is the cosigner? She gives me the initials. R.W. My head swims. Ryan Whitman. So Ryan didn't just use my name. He stapled himself to my corpse and expected me to carry him. When I hang up, I realize why mom wants me home. If the lender proves fraud, it's not just my credit. It's criminal. And Ryan is now attached in writing. I text mom one sentence. What did you know? She responds instantly, like she's been holding her phone all night. Diane, please don't do this in writing. Come talk like adults. That's when the last piece clicks into place. They don't want reconciliation. They want damage control. Emma calls later from her car, voice raw. Ryan begged me, she says. He said if you file a police report, he'll lose everything. He said your mom will lose the house. Did he say why? I ask. Emma laughs bitterly. He said it's because you're vengeful. Like he didn't start this. Uncle Ray shows up at my apartment with another folder. I pulled property records, he says, flipping pages. Your mom took a second mortgage last year. For what? I ask, though I already know. Ray doesn't look at me. To cover a business setback. That's what she told the bank. My stomach turns. She risked the house for him, then threw me out to keep the story clean. My phone buzzes again, Ryan this time. Ryan, bro, please. If you love mom, you'll help. Ryan, just sign the affidavit. It keeps this out of court. Ryan, nobody has to know. An affidavit. Of course. Something neat and official that turns their mess into my confession. What would you do? Emma asks quietly. If telling the truth burns their whole image down. Before I can answer, a voicemail pops up from an unknown number. This is a detective with Columbus PD, and I need Alex Whitman. I call mom back, not because I'm soft, but because I'm strategic. If you want me to help, I say, we do it in an office. With a lawyer. No kitchen theatrics. Mom's relief is immediate, and it makes my skin crawl. Okay, she says quickly. Yes, whatever you need. What I need, I answer, is the truth. She doesn't respond to that part. The lawyer sets the meeting for Friday at 3 p.m. A conference room with glass walls and a stack of forms that could change my life. He tells me to bring every scrap: phone records, shift logs, the iCloud device list Emma captured, the plan note, the lender statement. Uncle Ray insists on coming. They steamroll when you're alone, he says. I've watched it happen. Emma agrees too. She's pale, exhausted, but stubborn. I need to see him say it, she tells me. I need my brain to stop arguing with itself. I text Ryan the meeting details. He replies in seconds. Ryan, why bring a lawyer? Me, because you used my name. Ryan, you're going to destroy Mom. Me, you already did. A minute later, another message pops up. Ryan, fine. But it stays private. No cops. No banks. Just us. I almost laugh. Ryan still thinks he can negotiate reality. Friday comes. I'm in uniform, straight from shift, and I don't apologize for it. Mom arrives first, eyes red like she's been crying all day. She sits too close to the door, like she wants an escape route. Ryan walks in last, wearing a tailored jacket and the same confident smile he wore the night he ruined my life. He nods at my uniform. Still saving strangers, he says lightly, like we're joking. Emma doesn't look at him. She sets her phone on the table, face down, like a loaded weapon. The lawyer opens his folder. We're here to address allegations of identity theft and fraud, he says, calm as a metronome. Ryan's smile flickers. Allegations. Uncle Ray leans forward. Cut it. Ryan's eyes slide to me. What do you want, Alex? I pull out the printed plan, note, and place it in the center of the table. Ryan's face goes still. Then Mom whispers, barely audible. Ryan, what did you do? And Ryan reaches for the paper like he's about to rip it in half. Ryan pinches the plan note, but the lawyer's palm comes down over it. Don't, the lawyer says. That document is evidence. Ryan forces a laugh. Evidence of what? Emma snooping and printing my private notes? Emma's voice slices through him. You recorded yourself, she says, and hits play. Before the video even starts, the lawyer turns his laptop toward the table. We're not relying on feelings, he says. We're relying on data. He ticks it off like a checklist. Phone records showing the messages Emma received didn't come from my carrier. The hotel photos EXIF shows the timestamp was edited. Ryan's iCloud backups list a device labeled with my name. The lender application uses the wrong middle initial, Ryan's initial, not mine. Mom's face keeps changing, like she's cycling through denial too fast to land anywhere. Ryan tries his oldest move. Make me the villain. Alex always hated me, he says. He wants this. He wants to ruin me. Uncle Ray leans forward. You ruined him first. The lawyer slides a transaction sheet across the table. This line of credit was used for cash advances, he says, and recurring charges to an online sportsbook. Mom's mouth opens. Ryan, are you gambling? Ryan's jaw tightens. It's not gambling. It's investing. It was temporary. Emma laughs once, broken. Temporary? You lied to me for 2 years. She turns the phone screen fully toward Mom. The mirror video plays, loud and undeniable. Emma will freak. Mom will take my side. Alex will be forced out. Simple. The room goes silent in the way a room goes silent before bad news is read aloud. Ryan's face flushes, then hardens. You set me up, he spits at Emma. I set you up, she whispers. You made me hate the wrong person. Mom finally looks at me. Her hands tremble. Alex, I didn't know, she says, but the words sit wrong, like she's saying them because they're expected. I keep my voice even. You didn't ask, I say. You chose. Ryan stands abruptly, chair scraping. If you go to the police, he says, eyes on me. Mom loses the house. I look at him and feel something steady settle in my chest. Then you should have protected it, I say. A knock hits the conference room door, sharp, official, and everyone freezes. The door opens, and it isn't a SWAT team. It's a plainclothes detective with a folder, plus a woman holding a clipboard. Ryan Whitman, the woman asks. Ryan's chin lifts like he can outconfidence a lawsuit. That's me. She hands him papers. You've been served, she says, then offers another set to Mom. And you, ma'am. Mom flinches like the pages are hot. This is a misunderstanding, she whispers. The detective looks past them to me. Alex Whitman. I nod. Yes. I left you a voicemail, he says. We need a statement. Now is fine. Ryan's eyes lock on mine, warning. Mom's eyes beg without words. The old family script tries to slide back into place. Keep it quiet. Keep it clean. Keep Ryan safe. Uncle Ray steps behind me like a brace. Emma stays seated, staring at Ryan like he's finally wearing his real face. I'll speak, I tell the detective. Ryan's voice turns sharp. You're really doing this? After what you did? I say yes. In the hallway, I hand over what I have. Dates, documents, the mirror video, the wrong middle initial, the device list, the sportsbook charges. The detective doesn't gasp. He just writes. When I walk back in, Mom is crying quietly, but Ryan is furious. You just killed us, he says. Mom's house, my job, everything. Emma stands. No, she says, voice steady. You did. And you used Alex like he was disposable. She walks out without looking back, and Ryan flinches like the air hit him. The fallout hits fast. The lender freezes the line of credit. My bank flags the fraud and reverses 2 transfers. Ryan's employer calls him into a meeting. Mom stops answering my texts again. Only now it's because she's ashamed, not certain. At work, I'm rattled. My supervisor warns me to keep my head in the game, and I realize I'm paying for this in every corner of my life. Uncle Ray tells me I did the right thing. I believe him, until I remember Mom's face and feel the old guilt bite. 3 days later, I get a message from Mom. Come outside, please. And when I open my building door, she's standing there with a suitcase. Mom doesn't step inside at first. She just stands in the hallway with that suitcase and a face I don't recognize. Less commanding, more cracked. Ryan told me to come, she says. To do what? I ask. Her throat works. To tell the detective it was my idea, she admits. He said I'm a mother. I can handle the consequences. The twist lands like ice water. The golden child is willing to burn her too. Uncle Ray arrives 20 minutes later because I texted him one word, here. He takes the suitcase without comment and gives Mom the look that says, you made your bed, but you don't have to die in it. I don't let Mom move in with me. Not out of cruelty, out of sanity. I help Ray set her up on his couch for a while. I drive her to a therapist I found through my employee assistance program, and I sit in the parking lot during her first appointment because part of me still wants to make sure she doesn't run. The legal mess takes months. I file the identity theft report. The lender eventually removes the account from my credit after the detective confirms the application device came from Ryan's IP address. Ryan blames me in every way he can, but the paperwork doesn't care about charm. Emma sends me one last text. I'm sorry I believed him. I answer, I'm sorry he taught you to. Mom tries to apologize in pieces. I was scared. I didn't want scandal. I thought you'd understand. I tell her the truth I wish someone told me years ago. Love without accountability is just control. My condition for any relationship is simple and written down. She retracts the Facebook post publicly. She stops asking me to be the bigger person when that really means be the quieter victim. And she doesn't speak to me about Ryan unless it's in therapy. The strangest part is how peace shows up, small and unimpressive. Paying my bills without a new debt popping up. Sleeping through the night. Walking into my station and feeling proud again.